What's going on, everybody? I am back here. Sorry about that delay. I mentioned a lot that Silent Hill Homecoming does like to crash. That was a perfect example of it. If you happen to see that stream that I'm actively in the process of taking down and deleting, that was actually just kind of hilarious, in my opinion, when you try to. I was in the middle of saying that the game has a tendency of crashing as it started crashing. So anyway, I reset up the stream. We tested a build a couple times here. This one looks stable, so we're going to go with it. So when we last left off, we were in the hotel. We finally made it to Silent Hill. Did that whole trek through the graveyard. Curtis and all that went through the basement of our house and our mom and that whole saga. And so what we're working on right now is getting through all of the hotel. There's that crazy woman who is behind that door that kind of looks like a monster's mouth. And she told us that she needs her memories restored. And so it's up to us to restore some memories. Now, I should also mention here, I'm not too concerned about spoilers from a game that's over 18 years old. At this point, I think it's 18 years old, which is like an entire, like, young life of something. So this is a well-adult game, if you will. Oh, see, this is one of the glitches about this game here. Sometimes when you get in here, the alien pistol doesn't work. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that we're playing one of the playthroughs that our alien pistol does work. Buggy game. There it goes. There's another crash for you. Didn't actually take down the whole system, though, this time, so we can get it back going. Get it back going. Let's try that again. We can get back into it fairly quick, so just give me a second. And I'll bet you that this one will actually have a stable playthrough with the blaster working, and we'll get everything going. And remember, that's not a mod weapon. All you got to do is just get the alien weapon once in this game, or the alien ending once in this game, and you too can run around Silent Hill shooting all kinds of fun enemies in the face. So with this one, the hotel is probably one of the longer but more boring sections of this game, because it's so early on in this game that you still don't have many of the really intricate enemies yet. But it's far enough to where, like, they really want to throw the horror elements at you. And so there's a lot of repetition in the hotel area. We're going to have some fun with it either way. But anyway, let's just see if the blaster works this time around. There we go. It's colliding now. All right, so we have already spoken to this woman, but just to be sure.
I'm still not sure what you're looking for.
Yeah, she's just like, whatever, go find it.
My memories are fading.
So some of these places are going to have just the occasional, like, health drink or something like that. Some of these rooms. But for the most part, there's not really much that we need to worry about. Let's see, that says... Oh, I can just examine it. The message here says, I can't see my face. Maybe you will in 404. Just so much random ominous writing. Yeah, another note here. Sam, I can't thank you for all your enough for storing. Okay, so long story short, Sam Bartlett is the mayor of Shepherd's Glen. Shepherd's Glen, of course, is the town where we're from. This is Alex Shepherd. The town is named after my family. You get the idea. And so, with that being said, Sam Bartlett's the mayor. His son, Joey Bartlett, family friend of ours. That's who we're kind of looking for right now. Is Joey and Sam. All right, we're going to just run past this because I think... There it is. Yeah. And then pull back here, make sure. Sometimes I like to throw random enemy encounters at you, but let's go ahead and break through these boards real fast. And get our... Nope, not regular pistol. Alien blaster. All right, so that'll get us upstairs. Don't know if I want to go upstairs just yet. Hang on 1 second. Joys of it being so hot and dry out here. I get a sore throat like every other day. Alright, just to make sure. I think there's a health drink in one of these rooms. That's why I want to check these. So there you go. Again, I'm not too worried about spoilers in this playthrough. So every 50 years, the founding families of Shepherd's Glen have to kill one of the children in their families in order. 405 scares me. I left my ducky in there. That means that we got to go into the bathroom at 405. But every single 50 years, one of the four founding families, or all of the four founding families, have to kill one of their kids. And that is just to make sure that all the ghosts don't come back and all the baddies that you're seeing don't exist. Well, they obviously messed it up last time, right? And so we are going to slowly uncover how and why it got messed up. But more importantly, we are going to uncover the horrible, horrific end of all of the children of the town. Excuse me. Carol, struggling to find the right words. My body was broken, and now you've broken my heart, too. Aw, poor guy. Yeah, a lot of the backstory notes in Homecoming, especially the more unnamed ones. You back off. Stupid bugs. Stupid bugs. Okay, there we go. A lot of the, backstory of these enemy, or the just notes in here, there's not too much, connected, where everything's, really connected in all of the first few. There's, a handful of them. I'll try to point out the ones that I know about, that I've seen before, etc. But, the notes between the two lovers in here, I honestly don't know if that's from something else or if it's connected to another game or something like that. Let me know if you guys know any of those connections in the comments or the chat here, of course. All right, this is where we're going. Did I hear another bug, or is the bug through that door? Yeah, the bug's through that door. All right. Go ahead and push this out of the way real fast. And yeah, I won't be able to see anything through here. Oh well. Should be the first memory, right? Yep.
This must be one of the memories that she's looking to reclaim.
There you go. Long for the days before my illness overtook me. From the window I can see a large oak tree. So each one of these memories, again, this is a spoiler-filled playthrough where I'm going to try to pick up as many references as possible. Each one of these memories is one of your mom's memories in a different way that explains how and why she is put into this catatonic state that she's in, where she's very non-responsive and she just seems apathetic to everything. That's what that's all about. And so we're going through and slowly starting to piece together why our mom feels a little crazy, And I mean, that's understandable. She's got a dead son. Got another son who's off his rocker. Is this the... Yeah, this is the... Yeah. This is something that I don't understand, really. Is why Pyramid Head is in this game. From my understanding of Pyramid Head, each one of the big boogeyman baddies is very specific to the lore. And Pyramid Head here is very, very closely tied to the Alessa storyline, which is Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 3, and then it's very tied into 2, because that's I think the first appearance. I don't know. I'm all over the place right now. But long story short, it doesn't make sense to me why Pyramid Head specifically is in the game, Homecoming, when Alex Shepard has nothing to do really with Pyramid Head. There was a comment that we received, or a chat that we received the other day, saying that Mary James Sunderland's wife, Mary, is part of Alex Shepard's family tree. I don't know if that's true or not. I probably need to look up the wiki or something like that. That'd be kind of cool if it is, but we'll have to look into that. So anyway, so Pyramid Head comes in. He's like, what's going on? The other reason why I don't understand why we have Pyramid Head in this game... Sorry, let me just take care of these bugs real quick. Get off of me. You do not need to do anything right now. You get off of me too. Alright, we get them all? I think we got them all. You don't actually fight Pyramid Head in this one. And that's something that I will never understand. I don't get why we don't get to fight one of the most iconic Silent Hill baddies, but we see him walking around being all menacing. He later pops up and definitely severs the relationship between our father further. And so I'm not entirely sure. Again, I flat out, I don't understand why Pyramid Head is in this game. They should have just come up with their own baddie, their own type of boogeyman enemy. It would have just made more sense. Rant over. The game's 18 years old. Helix ain't doing anything about it right now, so whatever, right? Gosh. Stupid roaches. Get these roaches out of here. So it's funny, when you play with the alien blaster, you typically don't have to like use health items. And so I think at the end of one of my most recent playthroughs of this game, which was like last year or something, I ended the game with like 15 or 16 health drinks and like 8 or 9 of those serums. There's a lot of health in this game. Surprising for a Silent Hill game. I am playing on the normal difficulty, so I mean I can't really say anything about it. It's nothing down here, right? Yeah, nothing down there. Just gonna go up. Alright, so this is when we were on the elevator the last time I was streaming this. There's those like needler dudes that come in. I'm calling them needlers. I don't know if that's the actual name for them. But these guys that walk around on blades with their arms and legs, ridiculous enemies. If you don't have the alien blaster, you have to like kind of strafe around the side of them a little bit, flank them around the side a little bit, wait for them to expose themselves. If you do power attacks, you can like knock them down off of their front legs, etc. Or if you have an alien blaster, if you've done the alien ending, this is all it takes. Oh, are we gonna crash right here after introducing a new enemy? Nope. That's all it takes. Alien Blaster makes this game just so less scary, more enjoyable. It's more of an action thriller in general than it is a survival horror game. Like there's some survival horror elements. That looks like bugs are, yeah. But again, like when you have the ability to just run through with a blaster like that, whatever, right? Jim, they were there in the ballroom again last night. I saw Carol creeping towards the main ballroom, and you know where that leads. We know Carol. Psh. I don't know what the old man would do if he were fine to go out. Given his health, he might not make it. Do you think I should say something? No. Snitches get stitches in Silent Hill. Everybody knows that. Like, everybody knows that. Dahlia, Alessa's mother, knows that. Like, James Sunderland knows that. You know what I just found out? Silent Hill 4, The Room. James Sunderland's dad makes a cameo in Silent Hill for The Room. Or I should just say Silent Hill The Room. So James Sunderland's dad is the superintendent, like the landlord guy, over at the apartments that your character... Why do I not remember the character from The Room? If anybody remembers his name, drop it in the chat. But the character that you play as, the protagonist, that apartment that he lives in, James Sunderland's father is the landlord there. And so everything's always connected. All right, so this is the amusement placard, postcard. This is another one of that woman's memories. Again, we're talking about the atrium and Mayor Bartlett in the atrium. He really likes going to the atrium, and we really want to know why, right? Spoiler alert, he's using a really, really good form of fertilizer. Is there anything over here? Nope. Okay. Man, this sore throat is killing me. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so I got a health drink here. Nothing going on there, so let's go back on here. We only got one more of these memories to find. Look at this guy trying to get the drop on me. Pfft. Whatever. That's where I came from, right? Yeah, this is where I came from. Alright, that's where I cut down. We'll cut into that one in just a minute. There's... I guess I've already been in that bathroom? Maybe? I think so. I don't understand how you were able to come through the wall or the floor like that. Like, that just looks like a flat surface. You did not dig through anything there, sir. Alright, we have not been in this bathroom. I stand corrected because that's the hole to go down. Let's go ahead and just go down this hole. Very trusting about diving into holes in this game. He's stuck his hand in a few. He's jumped in a few. And there's the last memory. Sad news to share. Yesterday I took my boat out and I dipped my face in the cold water, foreshadowing. And I leaned over the side of the rowboat and my necklace caught on the oar and the chain snapped. I saw your precious gift. See, a lot of foreshadowing in this. And I wanted to dive in, but the water was icy. Please forgive me. I miss you. So again, that woman who sounds just like your mom, that's who we're getting all of these for. And so if you kind of flip every single one of the memories around and you kind of just turn it around, and so like that woman, she lost a necklace, you know, but she's saying precious gift, right? You ain't getting the drop on me. Come on. If you're saying precious gift, you know, she's not talking really about like a precious gift per se. She's talking about Josh. She's talking about my brother. That's the precious gift. So again, everything in a Silent Hill game is a metaphor. And I mean everything in a Silent Hill game is a metaphor. I'm waiting for somebody to like come up with some kind of psychology book using Silent Hill as the reference guide. It's like, this is the monster that represents anxiety. Okay, let's head on back downstairs, go talk to this woman, get the key that we need, and move on. What you gonna do, nurse? What you gonna do? Close your legs, this is YouTube. Oh, I see that nurse cutting through. What's up, lady? How you doing? I actually was rewatching the Silent Hill movie last night. I don't know if y'all have any thoughts on it, but I think it was alright. Like, it could have been better, but like, I don't know, all the games after Silent Hill 3 could have been better too. If we're honest as fans of the franchise, all of the games could have been better. After 3. I like them up to 3. I have no objections to them on 3. This one? Is it this one? I don't think it's this one. No. Not this one. Hey, we can look through this though. Oh, that's the that's where we get one of the memories, and you can just kind of access it from a different way. Is this it? Yeah, there's the hole. back into diving into those holes there, Alex. Oh, got a smoker. Let's back up before we shoot it. Not that, like, again, the alien blaster prevents pretty much anybody from getting an attack off. But, like, still, sometimes you just don't want to deal with it, right? Let's squeeze on through here. And we're back at the woman. Alright, before we activate a cutscene, we're going to have to save. Again, for those of you who don't know, Silent Hill Homecoming, very, very unstable game. And so we save every single time that we're near a save point. Alright, man, I was actually playing this, wow, 2023, like right around this time, between between May, June, and July of 2023. I played this thing a year ago. I guess it's time for an annual replaying.
Is this what you wanted?
All right, so let's go ahead and stick my hand in another hole in this. And now we got a strange key. That's how it works in this game. Stick your hand in a hole, get a key. And here's the door that we need to open. All right, and there on the other side is Josh. There he is. So that's always exciting, right?
Josh?
We can see our brother. Yeah. Take a couple steps forward. Try to open this door. I don't know if I've ever tried to open that door before. Whatever. All right, so notice he's right on the ledge here, okay? And then I'm going to jump across. And he starts jumping. I don't know if that animation is accurate or not, but I don't know. The game came out in like 2008. That has just been one that has bugged me since I played this on release night. That and the teeth. The dang teeth.
Josh, don't let me fall.
Josh is just going to let you fall, bro. That's why you gotta be nicer to your siblings. Like, that's really the whole message of this game. Be nicer to your siblings, because if you kill one of them, they'll haunt an entire town. Alright, so we are in the room right before the final boss. Final boss. Like Joey Bartlett's the final boss. We are in the room right before the first boss. Which is actually, in my opinion, one of the lesser talked about bosses of Silent Hill, but a really, really cool one, in my opinion. I don't know the actual name of the monster, but I call him Joey, just because that I'll explain it as we go. And just hitting a save point again. You guys know how it goes. But so I mentioned that every 50 years, the founding families have to sacrifice a kid. Well, Sam Bartlett sacrificed Joey Bartlett. Now, they sacrificed them based on the elements associated with their family crest. And so the Bartlett specifically was dirt or earth, whatever you want to call it. And so Joey got buried. That's what happened to Joey Bartlett, is he got buried alive. And because he got buried alive, he started fertilizing this really gorgeous tree in the atrium of this hotel. I love this scene too. So you go and you try to open this door here, and then it doesn't open, so you're like, oh, well, there's nowhere else for me to go, so let me walk back. Oh no, it's turning into the hell world. It's a nightmare again. Just, I don't know. It's a cool effect. And then now you can open the door that was originally in front of you. So anyway, Joey turned into fertilizer to fertilize this tree that is now dead in the middle there. That chipper gent right there, who I want to shoot in the face so I get the kill, that's Sam Bartlett. Sam Bartlett's the mayor of Shepherd's Glen. He's a drunk, and he's not doing a good job, mainly because of some other stuff that happened. But long story short, his son is a tree. And so let's go kill the tree man.
Mayor Bartlett.
What's up, Mayor Bartlett?
Mayor Bartlett, I need to talk to you.
Yeah? Well, make an appointment in my office.
They got the public official right in this game. Like,
What the hell's happened to
The apathetic
You're the
mayor got
These
him
people
spot
are your
on.
responsibility.
Now you listen to me, you little asshole. I did everything I
I'm not
could to
voting
protect
for you
those
again,
people.
Mayor Bartlett.
But
I hope
can't
you know.
stop what's already been started.
It won't matter. He'll
What
be
the hell
dead.
else do you want from me?
What about your son? Don't you want to protect him?
My boy?
Heh.
I didn't do much.
Talking trash about his son, Alex. That ain't gonna go
Did
well.
buy him some nice things. Remember Joey? Remember that nice present I got you?
I have the nice present. It's in my inventory.
I'm looking
That's what
for my
triggers the
brother
boss fight.
Joshua, and I know he used to be friends with your son. Have you seen either of them?
Joey? Joey doesn't want to play with you. Why do you want to know about him?
Because I thought he
I'm
and
sorry, but the
Joshua might
dialogue
be-
with Mayor Bartlett is always some of the cringiest. It's like
I'm not going anywhere with you.
he's supposed to be drunk, but he's very coherent.
Get the hell away from me!
I don't know.
I
That's just
wanna
kind of
stay
funny.
Here and sleep in the garden. Oh. Joey loves his little garden.
Yeah, he does. Oh, got a little freeze here. There we go. Give Mayor Bartlett the watch.
The hell is this?
I love how the dialogue change or the audio changes.
Where is he?
It's the difference between it being like a sound effect and being dialogue.
Yes, Joey. He and my brother were friends.
So this is what triggers Joey and the demon or monster that has taken possession of Joey. This is going to be what triggers him coming back.
People don't trust me anymore.
There's a theory that you're not actually in these places.
From what?
And instead, when you pick up the objects, you go into the memories, you go into the minds of the parents that killed their kids. And so there's a theory that right now we're not actually in Silent Hill at all. And in fact, we're in Sam Bartlett's memory of Silent Hill coming to the atrium after he buried Joey inside of the atrium.
Brother!
Calm down, Alex. See, I feel like everybody who knew about the incident could just turn to Alex and say, you don't know? Like, I can just tell you. And the game would have been a lot shorter. Because, like, everybody knew what happened, right? Gotta love this boss fight. It's a great transition. And squish. I'm sorry, it just makes me laugh every single time I see it. Oh, man. Alright, so it's a pretty simple fight. All we need to really do is just focus on shooting these things. That's it. And if you can just focus on shooting these, which you can do from behind the cover, then you're pretty much fine. There we go. And then here we are in phase 2. Oh, come on. Oh, do I need my axe out for this? I don't know why that wasn't triggering. That was awkward. Yeah, that's right. You ain't gonna do anything to me. Let me go. Alright, let's try it with the axe this time. There we go. And that's it. That's it for the first boss. I mean, again, Alien Blaster makes it probably about 20, 30 times easier. if you have the pistol though and you have a full clip of ammo, it's really simple. Just melee attack the bags in the first phase and then just light them up with the pistol in the second phase. One axe chop at the end. And there's the first boss of Homecoming. Oh no, stay away from the hole, Alex. Don't fall into yet another hole. Alex in these holes, man. This is like the 5th hole he's fallen into. And not the last. Okay, so after we get done with the Bartletts, oh, we're on to Dr. Finch. Yes, and the Scarlet fight. Probably one of the only things that is universally praised in this game is the fight with the second boss, which is Scarlet, which is this ridiculous concoction of porcelain dolls and like spiders. It's this glorious fight, and so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And what time is it? I got time to do the Scarlet fight. Let's go take care of it. So in order to do Scarlet, we got to get through the police station, then we got to go through the sewers, and then we have to get through Dr. Finch's memory or whatever, and then once we're through the hospital scene of Dr. Finch, then we get to fight Scarlet. So let's see if we can get all that done. So I don't think you actually have to do anything here. I think you can kind of just hang out and like just hang out, wait for Walker to come in. Just run around clicking at everything real fast. All I want is freedom to forget about my past. All I need is freedom so my sanity will last. What are these, like emo lyrics? They look like emo lyrics. Alright, just gotta wait for Walker. And we don't have our weapons anymore, but we get them back before we have to fight anything, so kind of takes a little bit of the scare out. Like, I think maybe one enemy dives at you or something like that, but that's it. There we go. Here's Walker. What I don't understand is if the police department looks this terrible, why are you still, like, trying to wrangle up criminals? You know, like, why is anybody still hanging out in this town? That's what I don't get. Oh, well, I guess the roads are all broken and you can't leave. That probably has something to do with it. Yeah.
You know me. Let me out. You won't be going anywhere till I get some answers.
All right, let's answer your questions.
Start talking. I don't know. Last thing I remember, I was in a greenhouse with Mayor Bartlett.
You were in the
Sam
atrium
Bartlett,
of the Silent Hill.
that lunatic?
I don't remember the
Where
name of
is
the
he?
hotel in Silent Hill.
I got a couple of questions.
I feel like I should know
ask
that
about
one.
What's been going on around here?
He's dead. Let's
Not
jump to
gonna
the
be able
case.
ask him anything. He's dead.
Dead? Shit.
Shit.
You better start telling me what you're
Sorry,
up to, Alex.
I love that line.
I
It's
wanna
just
know
so
right
over
now.
the top.
I'm just trying to find my
Like I
brother,
can
okay?
hear
I
it
thought the
in
mayor
the
might
voice
know
actor's
something.
voice
His son is
that
missing
the
too.
producer
A
or
lot of
sound
people are
designer or
missing,
whatever
but that
sat
doesn't
there
give
for
you the
probably
right
an
to
hour
kill a
just
man.
going,
I
do it
didn't
again,
kill
do it
anybody.
again,
Then what
do it again.
happened to Mayor
And like you could just hear how annoyed he is in it. A monster killed him.
Some kind of creature.
Again, I'm
worse
just
than
jumping
the
to the
others.
case, like
It came to life out of the goddamn
the
tree.
shortest flow on these
That's what
dialogue
killed him.
options.
And that's the truth. I swear.
So you've seen the creatures too?
Look at the state of the police department.
Follow me.
Like, let's be real here. I don't think humans are doing this. I love the just horrible audio in this.
Hurry up. Follow me.
All right, can we open this already? Open it. Let's go. Yeah, come on. If you want me to follow you, then let's move quickly. All right, so this is our first introduction to the Schism enemy. I actually know the name of these. The Schisms are
Looks clear.
I can't remember. I think they appear in a different game too. But they represent split personalities. And so anytime that someone's psyche has severed, that's when you're going to encounter schisms in Silent Hill. And so it's your first real kind of like indication that there's something mentally unstable with Alex. I mean, obviously there's been a lot of other things kind of showing you the whole time, like, oh yeah, Alex is crazy, you know. But that's really the big indication is like, oh, they put schisms in this game. Somebody's got some issues with being in reality
Hold
here.
up. I gotta think. Listen, I think I
Oh.
know someone that can help us out.
There we go.
And the doctor is tied up in all the same shit as the mayor.
Doc Fitch?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Fitch,
they all know
not
a hell of a
Finch.
lot more
Whoops.
than they're letting on. And I'm
Sorry
sick
to
of
any
being in the dark.
Finches out there.
Who are you talking
But yeah, Doc
Time for that
Fitch,
now, Alex.
that guy.
Just trust
Doc
me.
Fitch is
We
a
need to get to the doctor before something
ridiculous
happens to him,
character.
too.
Like very, very, very ridiculous. But at the same time, he's a great character. All right, let's keep it moving. Love that cutscene though when Scarlet appears. All right, another cutscene. This is Silent Hill Cutscenes. If you didn't know the alternate title of this game, about a quarter of this game is cutscenes. This was that era with Unreal Engine 4 that game developers were trying to show off the extent of UE4, and so that's what this is. There's the only enemy we have to dodge. You don't even really have to dodge them. That's it. Then you go in here, and then we get our stuff. Now we got our alien blaster back. So he does those 2 shots, and then immediately closes this door. And there's like, I don't think there's any bodies rendered on the other side of that door. Always a fun time.
Head to the parking lot behind the station. We'll meet you there.
All right, so that's the immediate objective here.
And bring those
Is get
barricade.
L.
I'll cook.
This is when you get the shotgun, but alien blaster, right?
Ready?
Oh, I guess there are bodies right there. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I want to shoot this. All right, so map of the police station. They give you maps for a lot of these locations, but this is a more linear Silent Hill than a lot of the others. And so, wait, is it this one? Yeah. Another cutscene. It's like every 5 feet in this game, you trigger another cutscene. Don't know what the name of that thing is, but those things are brutal without the shotgun. Like it's like 2 or 3 shotgun hits puts them down, but that with any other weapon takes forever to do. All right, so oh, you know what? I just realized something. I need to do this. My apologies. I need to turn the music off in this game. Sorry about that. I know the music's really jivey, but this game still gets copyrighted on YouTube from the original creator of some of the music. And so I want to be respectful and not play their music when they clearly don't want anybody to get views off of their music. He said so sarcastically. I won't talk much about copyright claims and things like that. I believe that art is art, you know, and if you feel entitled to protecting your art, you should. I think that after you've licensed it, though, then it becomes property of that licensed material. And so I won't get any further than that, but that's kind of where I've always stood with that type of thing when it comes to like music and stuff like that. I want to make sure that I'm respectful to the creator, but if I'm playing a game and I'm going to get a copyright claim on a game that I'm playing, it just doesn't make sense to me when it's the creator who's doing the copyright claim. If you've licensed your audio to a game, that game, in my personal opinion, this is not a legal opinion, of course, that game should constitute fair use if you're streaming that game. And that's how I've always played. I mean, granted, I got a copy Martin from Dean Martin when I was doing Fallout New Vegas a while ago. And so that was fun. But yeah, there's not much I can do with like the AI copyrights and stuff like that. Nothing to do here. I don't think that this door is active. Let's go. Yeah, I just want to check it. All right, 2 schisms through this little gap, so we'll make sure we take them out quickly. I love how they attack you one at a time, though. Very nice. It's very Batman Arkham City style of combat. More shotgun ammo that we're never going to use. And we'll hack through this. I remember when I was first playing through this game, it's not even really a jump scare, but when you go through this double door right here, there's a schism that comes running at you from the right side of the screen. And again, it's not even a jump scare. It's not even supposed to be scary, but it always freaked me out when I first saw it because I wasn't expecting it. But there he is. And then you take a couple steps forward and it comes charging at you. I don't know why, but that scared the hell out of me when I first played this game. It's totally not scary at all. It's not even supposed to be a jump scare or anything like that. Okay, so here is a little puzzle thing over here. 206 is the answer, and the reason it's the answer is because that's the answer for like all of the puzzles in this game. But there's a wrinkled memo over here that says only time will tell who has the will to live. And then when you look at the clock, all the clocks in the town have been stopped at exactly 2:06. That's it. That's the big mystery of it all. It's 2:06. There's not much here that we're going to need to take. We'll just take this health drink and the shotgun ammo, leave the pistol ammo behind because we have yet to fire a single shot off of our pistol. Okay, so this is another cutscene that is pretty notorious, for me at least, for not faring too well in this game. So let's see what happens. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to see what happens, right? Because sometimes it's better not to say anything at all. All right, let's go ahead and get underneath here and activate yet another cutscene. There we go. I think that's what, 6 cutscenes in 15 minutes? And so like the majority of the police station is cutscenes. Like, don't get me wrong, cool cutscenes, like introductions of enemies and things like that. 2 enemies get introduced at the police station, but not enough for me to be like, oh, look at this. This is really cool. All right, so we'll run away from you for a little bit. And then, yeah, just 3 shots of that. Alien Blaster, man. Highly recommend, if you've never played Homecoming, do the Alien ending first, so that way you can unlock the Alien Blaster, and then just beat all the other playthroughs as easy as possible. Alright, fingers crossed, everybody. This is where the game gets kind of unstable, is getting into the sewer. I also feel like Alex would have easily been taken out by that schism right there. Like, I feel like that just... He should have. He could have. We'll see. So the sewers, if you've never played Homecoming before and you don't have the Alien Blaster, which has unlimited ammo, and you're running through the sewers, I highly recommend not using your ammo until you get to the final chamber. It's not a boss, but they send a gauntlet of a few enemies at you. Like, I think it's like 3 rounds of a schism and then like one of those big guys. And so save your ammo for that, because if you can save all your shotgun shells, that is a walk in the park. But if you've wasted all your shotgun ammo in the sewer itself or in that fight outside, you're kind of SOL. And so, just a little tip if you've never gone through the sewers here.
Are you okay?
It's getting worse, Alex.
What was it before, you know?
There's nothing we can do about it. We're never gonna
We are going to find them. We're going to find all of them. And it's going to be really sad.
Your sister. I didn't know.
Alex, all of the kids, all of them, every kid, all of the kids have been missing. They're just gone. All the kids are missing. Again, oblivious. I love how happy her mom was too. Just like, yeah, everything's great. You should let me know, you know, your mom's doing. Obviously, for obvious reasons later on, you know. But still, it's kind of one of those just. It's always kind of just made me laugh a little bit. Like, put a little bit of sympathy in your voice if you're gonna have a missing kid, you know. All right, so this is one of those wonderful Silent Hill follower missions that everybody loves. It kind of doesn't matter.
Alex, there's a valve by that gate. Maybe it opens.
Yeah, it's just that one, right? Yeah, it's just that. Okay. So we have to navigate through. Oops. We have to navigate through this entire area with her taking her time getting through. And then she's got to open up this gate. This is for a mechanic that's in the final area.
Okay, let's go.
You guys follow each other. She follows you again in the final stage before the final boss. So, pretty cool situation. Final boss in this game is nasty. And just weird, I should say. There he is. Knew there was one of those in here. Oh, there's another one too. Got you. Final boss is a pregnant woman fused with a spider. In case you were wondering what you have to look forward to, is fighting a pregnant lady fused with a spider. Silent Hill is weird like that. Like overtly sexual bosses and things like that. Alright, let's pry this open. So the sewers, it's... You know, I should stop saying that every section of this game is linear, and I should just start saying that this game is incredibly linear. And so, whereas other Silent Hills, like, a perfect example is in Silent Hill 2, the apartment you get to, you kind of take your time exploring the whole apartment, right? This, you just kind of follow a linear path and you will eventually get to what you need to do. All right, there's health in here, right? Map, there's the sewer map. But yeah, like you see it right here. This is it. Like, it's just a very linear, straightforward path to get to the final chamber. And so there's not much hunting around for different supplies or anything like that. Like, there's not... I don't even think there's a puzzle inside of the sewers. At least not a complicated one that I remember. I think the only real complicated puzzle in this game is... actually, there's two. There's the attic puzzles in the Shepherd house. Those are a pain. And it's not really the attic puzzles, but there's the metal puzzles that you have to do to unlock different metals. One of them is this tile shifting one. That one is a pain to do. Low-key kind of regretting playing this game because that's going to take me like 20 minutes to get through. Alright, so the enemies don't attack too frequently while she's following you, which is good. It's not going to be like Maria from Silent Hill 2 or what's her name from Silent Hill The Room, where like if you leave her out of your sight, she's going to just get destroyed. This is a little bit more forgiving than that. And so the enemies start coming out when you lose her as a companion here. Which, of course, is right here. Oh, I always forget that you gotta do this button mashing or mouse mashing. There we go. Alex, there's nothing to pull you up on this side.
This thing's not moving. Alex, there's another gate here I can open. Go back the way we came in. I'll let you through.
Easy enough. Alright, so now it gets real because we start getting some enemies coming our way. So just get our handy dandy blaster. So, a little fun tip for you. Come up on this side because that enemy pops up there. And so if you jump up here, you'll be face to face with them as opposed to getting a nice line of shot on him. Line of sight on him for a shot. Let's say that in proper grammatical English. Alright, so once we get back to the gate that she is hanging out at, all we gotta do is this like final chamber and we're out of the sewers. I really can't wait to get to the Scarlet boss fight. That's like my favorite boss fight in this game. It's a cool one too, because even with the alien blaster, it's not an easy one. It's easier. I'm just gonna run past those dudes. Don't care about lurkers right now. Jump up. But even with the alien blaster, the Scarlet fight is a pain because you got to break her armor before you can actually get to the enemy, and so you have to do these very just well aimed shots. Again, it's easy when you can just hit endlessly with unlimited ammo, but it's not as simple as what you're seeing me do with some of these just like trash mobs. Do people still call standard enemies trash mobs? Is that still like a thing? It might be. Dates me back to my WoW days, right? Wow, that one actually caught me off guard. Forgot about you. Almost through the sewers. Alright, so there's, if I remember correctly, there's a lurker out here somewhere. But we won't be able to see him until we get across to the other side. I heard him. There, I was standing right on him when he popped up, of course. Is there another one here? Yep, I just saw him. Where'd he go? There. Come on, pop up for longer than 1 second. Let me get a shot off. Got him. There we go. I'm actually pretty pumped about the Silent Hill 2 remake. You know, I know that it's a lot of people are really worried about it. Silent Hill is a bunch of hardcore fans, and like if you don't do everything perfectly, you're not going to be appeasing everybody, right? Well, for me personally, I think that I don't know. I've said I did like a trailer reaction to it not too long ago, and I have said that if you approach it like it's a brand new, like just a retelling of the story instead of a remake, I think you're going to be much happier because from what it looks like, it's not going to be the same game. They show the opening, like the first time you encounter one of the enemies in the game, and it's in a completely different environment. And so if they're doing that inside of one of the tutorial moments, that's pretty iconic, and a lot of players remember the first time you find the radio and then you have to break off that stick on that underpass. A lot of players remember that, and they changed it up very significantly. That tells me that they're going to change up a lot of the other things very significantly too. And so as long as you go into it not sweating like what it's gonna be, and you approach it like, oh, this is gonna be a brand new Silent Hill game. Like Silent Hill 2 is my favorite. Like it's my all-time favorite game of of all time. But it will always be my favorite game. The remake is going to be its own game that tells the same story. It's like this is actually the best way I can explain it. The Silent Hill 2 remake is going to be like what's that Silent Hill game that was out on the Wii? Oh, I'm blanking on it. Where instead of everything being foggy and dilapidated, it was like an ice world. Shattered Memories. Shattered Memories or Shattered Dreams. I want to say Shattered Memories. That was a cool one. Because it was basically, you didn't find out until the end, but it's Silent Hill 1, right? This, just so you know, this is the final chamber of the sewers, and so I mentioned this is where you want to save your ammo for, that this is the moment you want to save your ammo. But so Silent Hill Shattered Memories, or Shattered Dreams, I can't remember which, that game is a retelling of the original Silent Hill 1 from a different perspective. And so I think that, I don't know, I kind of am expecting the developers at Blooper Team to kind of do the same thing. So anyway, this is that like kind of gauntlet that I mentioned. They're going to keep sending a couple of these enemies your way. And so you want to make sure that you've saved some shotgun ammo. But you can go, once the first one comes out, you just go back and forth. Oops, that was my fault. Couldn't get a shot off for some reason. Just shoot him already. Am I actually going to have to use a health thing? Yeah, we'll use this one health thing. Alright. Exactly. Yeah, like, give it a chance. You can't bash something until you've seen it. It's like the people who... I can't talk about it after, like, the streaming. Hang on, I gotta wait for this guy to pop in. But I can't wait for it. Like, I can't talk about, like... It's like Star Wars was when it was all theatrical releases, and it wasn't streaming releases, like the Disney Plus releases. Like, I get it. Streaming's completely different. It's very hit or miss with a streaming show. And so you can kind of, like, gauge a little bit more based on a stream than you could on anything else. What's this? Nora reading a book. She likes that caterpillar. That is indicative of who's Nora's boss. Oh, yeah, Judge Holloway. It's like a giant worm caterpillar thing. But yeah, like, you got to give it a chance. And it's a Silent Hill game. I've played every single Silent Hill that's ever come out. I've beaten every single one of them. I'm going to play it. I'm going to get it the day it comes out. I'm going to stream it. Like, it's a great game just from the story alone. And as long as they tell the right story about James and Mary, I'm going to love it. Even if the combat's completely different. Even if the gameplay's completely different. So, I don't know. This is that game that, like, I've read the entire wiki of. You know, it's that big of a passion for me. It's just one of those things where if they do it right, if they just stay true to the genre, to the fandom, they aim to make a psychological horror game, not a psychological thriller, because this is more of a thriller, then yeah, they'll be very successful with it. All right, so we have made it out of the sewers. Still looking good on time. Let's go kill Scarlet. All right, so once you get out of the sewers, you can't go back home. Your front door is all covered in this barbed wire. Oh, what the hell is going on here? And so what you can do is you can head back towards the town. And eventually we're going to start seeing... There's another cutscene. Always with the cutscenes in this game.
Hey, I've been better, but I'm okay. Did you find Elle?
Yeah, but we got separated. I'm looking for her now. Where are you?
I'm just now leaving the station to find Fitch. Look, we need to stick
There we go.
Meet me at
Oh man, I love Doc Fitch. He's
Okay, I'll meet
he's
you
a
there.
creepy character, but they did him very well. All right, so there's our house. There's where we're going. Again, very linear game. We're just kind of going one block over, right? They could have done so much more with the towns. They really could have. Like, whereas Silent Hill 1 and 2 feel very large, and same with 3, Silent Hill 3, like the town of Silent Hill feels large. Silent Hill Homecoming is the complete opposite. Like, the town feels so cramped. Like, this is Shepherd's Glen, this isn't Silent Hill. But, alright, there's the blood trail that we need to follow, and there's the next cutscene. I swear, they should have just named this Silent Movie Homecoming, because that's all it is it's just a movie.
Sir,
Like, you just walk between cutscenes, and then you kill the occasional enemy or boss. So that is Doc Fitch, covered in blood and dripping a bloody scalpel.
Whose blood is that? What have you done?
Stay away from me.
I feel like he could have gone anywhere else from his own clinic, but we're just gonna walk 2 feet into his clinic here. So this is probably this is the one that gives the most credence to the you're not actually leaving Shepherd's Glen, you're visiting the memories of the parents. This one gives the most credence to that, because this is the most very much hell-like. Just, you'll see in approximately like 2 minutes. Just sit tight. So let's go in here. This is Scarlett's old bedroom, as you can see. Scarlett was his little doll, or his little girl, and so she's got all these little dolls and stuff like that. There's Scarlett right there. There you go. So yeah, this is Scarlett, you know, just kind of hanging out. Little girl's dresser. What's going on here? That case is locked. All right, so that's our goal, is unlocking that case. Now to do that, I think all we have to do is just leave the room again, right? Yeah, all right. So we're going to turn our flashlight off before we leave the room here, because you can hear them, right? Hear all that noise out there? Gonna open this door and slowly walk out. Hi, nurses. There you go. Man, just headshot central here. Not bad. Took out all those nurses. Alright, so we come in here. There's the key. Oops. Alright, so I was disappointed that you missed your appointment last Thursday, 3rd time this month. Alright, so as you can see, there's the Alchemia Hospital chief resident letter. That's where we're heading in Silent Hill, and so it's already starting to kind of paint the picture, if you will. Let's get this serum real quick. And then, again, so Alex is supposedly transported into the memories of these parents, right? Well, that's at least what the fan theory states. This one gives it the most credence. What do you keep looking at? Oh, you're looking at that. Okay, whatever. So again, this is the one that gives it the most credence, because as soon as I pull this out here, go ahead and use this small key on this case. Instead of going to Silent Hill, we stay in Shepherd's Glen, and we actually have to travel to Silent Hill. And the theory here is that the traveling that we're about ready to do is the just depravity of Dr. Fitch's mind. So. God, those teeth just ruin every single cutscene for me. But in 2008, I was like, man, look at this. It's so cool. You know? Great tooltip. Alright, so here we are. Again, we are waking up right here in Shepherd's Glen. We're in the doctor's office still. You see that? Gonna get this doll. Just pick that doll up with us. But here we are. The difference is obviously we can't go in through this. These doors are blocked off. And the whole room has changed to where now instead of there being a doctor's table here, we got a bed. All right, so there's the case. But we're just going to venture into this area. So the thought is that this is the passage that the Order was using to kidnap the people and transport them over to Silent Hill. Oops, I always go the wrong way on that one for some reason. And so that's what's going on here. It's another one of those sequences that we're chasing after our brother. Those always lead very well. Probably another one of my favorite sequences in the whole game is coming up, though. I'll point that out when it comes. Oh no. You know, I've never actually sat there to see if I could die from those spikes. I'll have to do that one playthrough. I'll have to check that out one playthrough. That seems like something, right? All right, jump across here. All right, so there's 2 paths in one of these areas, and I think if you don't go down one of the paths, you like skip out on a weapon or something like that. All right, so here's one of my 2 favorite sequences in this part. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about it. So there's this doll, right? And it just says behind you, and then, oh look, a smoker. I guess it was supposed to be a jump scare, but you gotta put the smoker closer if you're gonna do a jump scare like that. Oh, we got some bugs here. So one of the easiest ways to kill these guys is let them just kind of get on you and then do the button mash combos. So if you don't want to just kind of walk around and step on them, they don't do too much damage. And so you can be lazy with that. Okay, so again, there's one section where it splits into 2 areas, and if we don't go one way, we like miss out on a weapon or something, so I don't want to do that, even though we have the only weapon we're ever going to use in the entire game right now. Alex, gotta work on your jumping, bro. Your cardio skills are just terrible. All right, dropping down here. Another one of these creepy dolls. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we're coming up on that part that splits. Should be coming up on it fairly soon, at least. Alright, love this section too, because you see your brother run. And then, oh look, another smoker. I feel like if you're going to do jump scares, you can't do a really slow-moving enemy like the smoker. Like, it needs to be a schism or something that can charge at you a little bit. But anyway, beggars can't be choosers, right? Especially Silent Hill players. Nice. Alright, making good time in this area. Nope. So this whole place is actually traveling from Shepherd's Glen to Silent Hill to the hospital in Silent Hill. And so it's kind of one of those things where there's not many enemies. It's insanely linear. Like this is the section. Okay, so there's 2 places to go here. There's this door, which that's lock's broken. Okay. Yeah, so there's nothing to do over there. So we go back this way, and then I think we're pretty much done. And we're pretty much at the Scarlet boss fight, too. This is one of the longer, just windy linear sections of the game that doesn't really... Actually, no, this is the section that has 2 places. So one's a jump down and the other's a step down. So I want to make sure that I go to both. That's the step down. Hang on. Okay, yeah, this is the first one that we want to go to. Pretty sure, at least. Yep, and then just squeeze through here. And then under the fan blades to get the crowbar. And that is an optional weapon. You totally do not need to get the crowbar. And getting the crowbar, I think, activates 1 or 2 enemies on your way back. But it's a handy weapon. It replaces your pipe, which, I mean, you saw how wonderful that is. I'm heading upstairs before that enemy can actually attack me. But I think that's a schism or one of those slicers that come out of the wall. So anyway, the crowbar replaces your pipe, and it does a heck of a lot more damage. And so it is worthwhile to get. But you don't really need it. But they give it to you because it makes more sense for the boss fight that's coming up. So it's funny because when you do the Scarlet boss fight, even if you don't have the crowbar and you only have the pipe, when you do the final like finishing blow on her, it'll still show you with the crowbar. So it's just kind of one of those little things that I think they must have just forgotten to change, or didn't realize that you couldn't make the crowbar optional if you're going to include it in a boss fight. But Josh, stop running away from me, bro. I still don't think I've collected all the pictures. That's something that I should do one of these days, is collect all of Josh's drawings. I'm sure there's some off the beaten path that, like, yeah, I'm sure there's plenty that I'm just not thinking about. Let's go ahead and cut through here. Alright, UE4 had the ability to auto switch weapons when you like set that's something that shouldn't be like that. Like, I should be able to just point at something and be like, yeah, click. There we go. And it should have just switched to my knife. But anyway. Nope, not this. There should be a switch on the wall, right? Yeah, there. Alright, excuse me for just 1 second. I'm gonna use this little break to let my cat out of this room. Sorry about that. Alright, so now that we have turned that off, we can jump down here. We're pretty close to the Scarlet fight. Definitely a fun one. There's the new crowbar that we just picked up too. So I think I mentioned earlier, the Scarlet fight's unique because even though we have the alien blaster here, you still have to take off the armor on her too. I do not stream on Twitch at all. I am exclusively on YouTube. I actually don't even put like my clips on TikTok too frequently. I always forget that I have that platform. Do I have to send both of them? I can't remember if I have to send both of them. Cannot remember if I do. Guess we'll find out soon enough, right? Yeah, I do gotta send both of them. It's always a shame. A lot of the puzzles in this game are like that, though. It's just kind of... like, I don't know. They wanted the puzzles to be complicated, but they're really circular, you know? Like, you can just kind of click and stumble your way through a lot of the puzzles in Homecoming, which is a shame. I think that's one of my favorite parts of the Silent Hill franchise was the amount of just effort they put into the puzzles here. This, of course, being the exception. Alright, this should be the last one we need to trigger, is this one up front here. So with... I'm trying to remember how many more rooms we have, but I'm pretty sure this might be the last one. Or at least the last, like, thing we have to do before we get down to Scarlet. And there we go. That's it. That's all you gotta do. I feel like on some of the areas you should be able to, like, reopen the doors behind you, you know? It would make so much more sense, but I guess that's why they say that the lock's broken as opposed to this door is blocked or whatever it might be. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's the save point right before the final, or the boss here. So let's go ahead and hit a quick save and go take on Scarlet. Fair warning, this cutscene involves a little bit of self-harm, and so please be mindful if you guys are sensitive to that type of thing. I'm going to give you a couple seconds here, but there is a couple moments of self-harm in the next scene. So all we gotta do is just follow our brother. As always, just chasing after a ghost. Huh? What's happening? I always thought that was pretty cool. I don't know why. Like, I've seen it in so many different games, but I just always thought it was a pretty cool effect. Okay. So this is a little bit of we'll call it lag, even though this isn't an online game right before the boss. This is the room with the boss. Again, last chance. There's self-harm in the next scene, and so we're giving everybody just a moment to choose if they want to stay or not. Probably one of the creepiest scenes in all, and I mean all, of Silent Hill, and probably one of the coolest bosses of all time too. So let's do this. What's going on, Fitch?
Doctor, do you need some help? You're bleeding bad. Don't you touch me! The sin grows back, so I must let it out every day. I can stop the bleeding.
I don't want your help. These wounds cannot heal.
Well, then what are you doing here?
Come to this place.
I come here to remind myself. It's the only place I go where she listens to me.
Look, Doctor,
Such a sad
stop talking
scene.
like an idiot and start giving me straight answers. My brother is missing, the mayor's son is missing, and so is Scarlet. I want to know where they are.
I don't care about them or you. My princess is the only thing that matters now.
He said that Scarlet was missing, and he said that he didn't care about Scarlet, and then immediately he said, my princess is the only thing that I care about. His princess is Scarlet. Alright, let's just get to this, right? Such a cool introduction to a boss. Probably one of the coolest introductions to a boss in all of Silent Hill.
Scarlet's doll.
Oh.
Dr. Finch, what's happening?
He's bleeding out, obviously. Looking like a barcode. So awkward to just stand there. But whatever, that's our boy Alex, right? You never drop the doll on the blood. Come on, that's just horror game 101. And he dead now. that looked painful. And this is Scarlet. One of the creepiest monsters in all of Silent Hill.
Forgive me.
Aww. Such a touching. Oh. Not that touching. Yeah, squishy. Alright, let's take her down. Loud. So the Scarlet fight is interesting because you have to kind of break away her armor. And then after you've broken away her armor, come over here, switch to the crowbar. Why can I not? Do I need to get behind her? I should be able to activate her. Don't know why this isn't working. Let's just hit her with the crowbar a few more times. See what happens. There we go. Alright, so I don't think we got into the next phase here. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more pieces of armor that we haven't broken off of her yet. She's bugging out. I don't think she forgave him either. She's like bugging out right now on me. There we go. Man, it is not triggering. Just keep smacking at her for a little bit. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, okay, so I think we hit phase 2. Might have at least. There we go. This is phase 2. So now we break the armor off. There we go. And she turns into her crazy skeletal. There's more to it, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a phase 2. So phase 2 with Scarlet, she's faster. She can climb walls and stuff. But you can also just like shoot her once with the alien blaster, and that's all it'll take to kind of... Oh, I guess it takes 2 hits. Whoops. And stabby, stab, stab. 3 hits. Rude. Oh, did she jump to the ceiling? Get off of me. Get off of me, you crazy girl. And stab. See, I have the pipe in that cutscene. Like, what? I have the... There's a reason why a lot of people do not like this game. Is because of little continuity errors like that. But that's the Scarlet boss fight. That's it. It's probably the only boss fight that actually takes a little bit of effort, even after you've unlocked the alien weapon. But still a good one, right? So let's see, what time is it? Not too shabby. I got the name of those right there, schisms. Sweet. And here we are back at Dr. Fitch's. That's an uncomfortable way to wake up, right? Did that really happen, or was I just really drunk? Alright, so here we are back in Dr. Fitch's. We now have this key with a really unique symbol on it. Huh. I wonder where I've seen that symbol before. Let me turn it around. That symbol that's on the handle. It's in the town hall. You know, actually, you can go into the town hall pretty early on into this game, but I never bothered on this playthrough. And so that's where we'll venture off to next. Again, there's not much going on in this town. Like, the town's like 3 streets, if that. And so Shepherd's Glen, one of the smaller Definitely one of the smaller towns in the game. Did I hear my radio going off? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Town hall's like right in front of us. Alright, let's head on in here. There's a couple things of loot that we need to get, but for the most part, this isn't going to take too long. So instead of going into the main room, we'll go off to the side first. Actually, I don't even know if you can get into the main room there. Take care of this smoker real fast. So I don't think there's too much in these side rooms. I think like one of them has a health drink or a serum. And then there's a bunch of just lore in them too. Is this the lore room? Yeah, this is the lore room. That's my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, Isaac Shepard. So that's one of the founders of the town. And as Alex has just said, one of his relatives as well. And so that kind of explains how deeply rooted into the history this town is. But if you notice, there's pictures removed off of the walls, which means obviously they are not too happy with their founders. Just want to see if there's another smoker over here. No. All right. Then Judge Holloway's office. Let's see if the judge is in. No. You can come in and talk to the judge when, like, right after you first meet her. You can come in and talk to the judge, but I decided to skip all that dialogue this time. More interested in shoving a drill into her throat later on into the game. Okay. Let's hit up this save point, and then we're going to go down into the secret underbelly under the town hall. They literally called that last area Hell Descent. Like, just again, implying there. We had a commenter kind of drop on my last stream of this. Go check it out. There's a commenter who laid out like all of the backstory and stuff like that, and a lot of like the hidden stuff in this game. And so if you want to know some of the more intricate things, check out that comment. It's pretty. It's one of those things where you saw it pop in and it was just like, oh my God, somebody took the time to write that. That's really awesome. It was really cool. And I learned a few things too. Like, for instance, Mary, James Sunderland's wife from Silent Hill 2, is related somehow to Alex Shepard here and Shepard's Glen. There's a lot of like interconnections and things like that. All right, so there's nurses down here, so we're going to take our time, let them come to us, and hop. Love how you can just decapitate the nurses in this one. I don't know if you can decapitate nurses in the others, but you can definitely shoot their heads off in this. All right, so this is a little like ritual area here. Nice little place to examine. Oh, it just opened on us. That replaces our knife, and we get this nice ceremonial blade. I don't know if it does any more damage or if it's like quicker or anything like that, but it looks a hell of a lot cooler. And so you have to get it too, because it's also a key. If you can't tell, it's a doorknob, and so you just shove it into doors and it works like a key. Yeah, it's a doorknob. So it's a pretty cool game mechanic anytime one of your weapons is actually more useful. But here it is. Switch over the knife and then stab right into this wall. So if you remember, our house is still covered in like that barbed wire stuff. And so we can't get to our house, but we obviously need to get into my dad's hunting room. And so that's what we're going to be working on right now, is heading back home. So this little like undercroft, it's again, there's a lot of things set up in this game that are kind of maze-like, but you don't have to really fall for the maze stuff. You just kind of keep pushing, and eventually, it's linear. You know, like there's no real gotcha moments in this game. So you just keep pushing until you find what you need. Yeah, nothing there. We just go up. So thank you guys. We're up to 248 in terms of subscribers. Just 2 away from 250, and we'll have our goal of 250. So thank you guys very much. All right, so if this looks familiar, we're inside those crypts that are in the graveyard. Get another child's drawing there. All right, so I'm going to make it back to our house. And I think that's where I'm going to call this stream tonight. But we can now access some other places that we have not accessed before, which is really cool. So head on into this other mausoleum here for a serum. Not really, like, the serums are cool. They're basically, they're shots of full health. That's what the serums are. And so, that was weird. And so, now that we've, like, again, once you get the alien blaster, like, you rarely ever have to heal. Oh, I'm going backwards. I need to go this way. And so, like, we're just collecting the serums at this point. So we got 3 serums, 2 first aid kits, 16 health drinks. So yeah, always a fun time. All right, so let's go ahead. Now, if you notice, we can't go up this way. So we got to go under here. Ho ho, the world is changing on us. Take out these smokers real quick. Is there anything at the end here? Yeah, health kit and some ammo that we don't need. So they always like to throw the these dogs at us in the graveyard. Oh, another smoker, that's it. That's it. Whatever. All right, so all we got to do now is just kind of get back through and get to our house. Oops, don't know where I was going. I feel like a dog pops out at one point here. Or it might have already happened now that I think about it. All right, squeeze on through. Finally, we're going to be able to take down this boards. So this is another optional weapon through here. But I highly recommend, if this is your first playthrough of this game that came out in 2008, 18 years ago. 18 years ago? Whatever. Make sure you come and get this gun when you come back through the graveyard. This is the Chrome Hammer pistol. It is a lot more powerful than the MK23 that they give you at the beginning of the game. Hit up this save point real quick. And so make sure you get that one. It's just kind of one of those guns that if you don't care about the optional stuff, you're going to just run right past that little boarded area. But they also put it right in front of you. Like, there's nothing that you really have to do except for have an axe. There's a rifle later on in the game. And it's the best gun in the game aside from the alien blaster. But that rifle, it's 100, and I mean 100% optional. And there's like a whole side quest to get it too. Haha, you can't get me. Silly dogs. Silly dogs thinking that they can catch me. I've fought so much worse than dogs. And here we are at the end of the graveyard, which I still think is really weird that this graveyard is in my family's backyard. Like, again, here we are. Right here in the alley that leads exclusively to my backyard. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. Whoever the city planner of Silent Hill or Shepherd's Glen, if they didn't die already or are monsters, they should. Like, the city planners are just terrible in this game. All right, so there's no actual cutscene. I don't think there's an actual cutscene inside of your house until this next sequence. So I'm going to go ahead and get through this next couple of sequences here. So there we go. Squeeze through here. Go over to our dad's shop. Love how they just use the same cutscene, but one's a little bit longer.
What the hell are you doing? You know this place is off limits. I don't ever want to see you in here again. Are we clear?
I'm sorry. Yes. Yes, sir.
See? The exact same cutscene as when you find the knife. That one's just longer and a little bit more extended. Shows your dad to be such a terrible person. All right. So now we can go inside of Dad's shop here and collect the attic key. That's handy, right? So now we can go back upstairs. We're not even going to talk to Catatonic Mom. We're just going to head right upstairs. Hi, Mom. I know I said that I wasn't going to talk to Mom, but yeah, at least got to say hi to her, right? Oh. Need a key. There you go. There we go. So now we're in here. So this is our dad's room. He apparently left the TV on. Wasteful. We can head right up here to the attic. It always confused me that the attic was its own area. I don't know why. To me, it seems a little bit different. Like, it shouldn't be its own area with its own loading screen. Like, the house is small enough, you should be able to fit it all in. So supposedly, and I want to check something that commenter said, there's boxes up here of Alex's toys. Hey, it's me. What am I doing? And so I want to see if that's actually true. But like it adds more to the fan theory that like his parents are slowly trying to erase the both children kind of thing. All right, whatever. I don't see anything, so let's go ahead and just push this.
I have something very important I want to show you.
Okay.
Do you know what this is? This belonged to your grandpa and his father too. And now we want you to have it. I know it doesn't look like much, but this is the most important thing I could ever give to you.
Is it worth $1 million?
Much more than that. This is a symbol of our family's past and our future.
Probably one of the more boring cutscenes in this game, but it shows a lot of
Joshua,
the history, if you will.
Anybody this
Just to kind of.
even Alex.
Sorry.
But I want to show Alex.
It's one of those cutscenes that shows a lot of lore.
And not ask why? Well, this is one of those times.
Yes, sir.
That's my boy.
All right, so we got to do another tile shifting puzzle here. Definitely an annoying one. This one is a lot more complicated than the one that is in the graveyard here. There we go. Oh my God, it's a letter from Dad. So, long story short, Dad says, I messed everything up. I gotta go to Silent Hill. And there's a map of Silent Hill. So let's go talk to Mom about that. And then that triggers my favorite sequence in this entire game, which is the Shepherd Hell House sequence. And that's where we're going to pick up our next stream. Let's get down here and confront Mom about Silent Hill. What's up, Mom? How you doing? Being all depressed, looking
Listen
out a
to me,
window.
Mom. Start telling me everything you know about this.
Don't talk to your mother that way.
I don't know what that is.
Stop lying. I'm tired of it. I know all about Silent Hill.
You don't know anything about Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I know Dad.
He
was
doesn't.
there.
He doesn't know anything.
He went to go fight something.
You know
Did he go to
nothing,
get
Alex
Joshua?
Shepard.
Is that where Josh is?
They should have done this
God
next
damn it, tell
sequence
me!
as a jump scare. They should have done it as a jump scare, but they just lead into
Stop
it too
pretending you care
easily.
about me. Start
See
telling
him
me
in
what's
the
going
background
on.
there. Oh, you can't see him in the background there because
Josh
it's
was
off
the only one
screen.
you ever cared about.
That's awkward. This is
And
gonna
I
be
can
fun
help
for you
it.
guys.
If you tell me the truth.
Again, they could have had so much fun doing that as a jump scare.
Forget the shepherd pit. Let's move.
Oh no. Oh no. You guys are trapped. That's why you don't kidnap people. That's why you don't kidnap people. Alright, time to wake up in yet another hellish landscape. I do love the film grain effects in most Silent Hill games. Did you really think that it would be that easy to spin that? Like, just looking at that contraption, you can tell that it won't spin through the chains. It's like when you see somebody putting something in the back of a pickup and they're using... Never mind. Never mind. All right, so there should be a save point right through here. Is this where the save point is? Yeah. This is where I'm going to call it for the day. So, as always, thank you guys for checking out the stream. Like and subscribe if you want more of this content. We're definitely going to be playing through the rest of Silent Hill and then getting back to some other base building content. Just needed a break from it. You know how that goes. But anyway, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, especially if you like Silent Hill stuff. We'll be doing a lot more of that in the near future. But you guys have a great